Well, hello everyone. How are you today? I know you're probably watching from, I'm going to call it, this is my, the six little things. Facebook and Facebook, um, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. Ta-da, ta-da. That sounds like the beginning of a good joke, doesn't it? Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. Yeah, no, don't come to me for your jokes. I haven't figured that part out yet. But anyway, if you would, you can comment down in the comment section of whichever platform you're watching from. I'm streaming from Yardstream, and I just want to go through and, show people, show our veterans, our allies and providers how to access the .gov websites that are for the rule change, where it'll be posted, the notices and all that kind of thing, where you can go in and make comments and all that. We'll just walk through and do some things. And I want to enlist your help, okay, in making this thing happen, because I need people to watch for us, look around, help us keep eyes out there for it. We are watching very diligently many times a day to see what's going on, to see when that rule change is out there. We know it's coming. We just don't know exactly precisely when, but we do know it's coming. So anyway, I just wanted to kind of share screen with you a little bit and kind of put this out so we can talk about it. And then the other topic I want to talk about is kind of building this volunteer base all around the country of people, of veterans, where you are, where you live, where you're, in your communities, because I'm looking for a network basically of kind of like volunteer reporters. You can tell your narrative, your story, whatever, get involved, do something. If you have a news story that needs to be told about whatever's happening with your particular provider, that's great. That's what we want to try to figure out how to do, and build that system up of volunteer people around the country who are working at it. Now, obviously, there'll be some training involved in all of that, and our wonderful person handling most of that at this point in time, handling that is Stacy Lunsford. So with VA engagement, but also she's doing a lot of the training kind of things too, particularly around the master program and all that. So we're looking for people. So I'm figuring out one of the best ways that can probably get people involved would be to, hey, let you kind of represent as a volunteer, gathering information of what we think is, what you think is impactful in your particular area, where you live and work and play and all of that. Because, that's what makes this world turn, is, sharing information. So I'm hoping to have people on board from all across the country, everywhere. But like I said, have to do some things like making sure that we have a basic kind of guideline of what to do. But we want to develop all that out with your help. And so that's the whole idea. But the first topic for discussion today was how to get into and use and search in the federal register.gov sites and the regulation.gov sites, and see what you can do with that. And you can become our eyes and ears in that one. And that's a big thing for us right now, is getting ready for that. So yeah, we've got teams out there doing all the legwork of putting it together, making this stuff happen, getting the media packages together, because we know when it hits, we're going to be swamped, and we want all of our people ready to roll. So we're going to be all on the same page. So anyway, if you would post a comment down there, let me know you're here. I know I've got a couple of viewers right now, but so let me see. I'm still learning a lot about StreamYard. So I've got to minimize the screen I'm on. Hopefully it'll stay up there. Yeah, good. And then I'm going to go to one of my other pages. Let me bring you back up so I can see. Da-da, da-da. Hello. And so we want to kind of develop out. First thing is the federal regulation sites, the comment portals. There's two, but they feed each other. They bounce back and forth. But anyway, so we want to talk about that, and then we're going to develop out and kind of work on building a volunteer reporter system, a network around the country. That way we know what's going on where, and we get people actually working on it. We want to build that up. So I'm going to need your help doing all this. There's a lot going on, a lot. So first thing is, let me see if I can present. Share screen. There's my other screen. Window and Federal Register site. And I'm going to go right there. Okay, now, this is one that had come to me this morning, and I know that our director of VA engagement has shared it to me with this afternoon as well. So I was notified of this one in two different ways, which is great. I've been a part of the NIH's gender, or it's a SOGI workshop, the sexual and gender minority workshops. I've been working with them for like, my goodness, it's almost 2 years now, something like that. Doing various things with them and connecting with them. They're really a good bunch of people. But this is the Federal Register. Now, what I'm going to do is jump over to a different screen really quickly, and I'm going to pull up Federal Register. And I've got it located on here. Let me find out. Let me just kind of get this started in a different way, okay? I want you to see, you can go to, hold on a minute. Let me clear out a bunch of this stuff that's up here, and I'm just going to go right there. Now, this is the beginning page of it, okay? And if you can see up here at the top, it's just federalregister.gov. That's all you type in. All right, so go there and then hit the search button, and you want to do a document search. So we're going to do a document search in here, and you'll see that whenever you hit the search button and then select document search, what happens is there are 901,530 documents. We don't have time to read all that. So what we're going to do is go into advanced search, and we'll select a range. Now, if you have a question, let me go back and check the other screen, see if anyone's posed a question for me, okay? Yeah, no, good. So let me go back to my other screen now. Where was it? That one? No, that's my email. Okay, we're going to go back to this one. Okay, hold on a minute. Hide that. Go here and here. Okay, got it back. So we're here on the federalregister.gov site. Okay. And you can follow along if you can on your computers or whatever, but you can type this stuff in too. And just go to federalregister.gov site, hit the search button, select document search, then do advanced search. You want to select the advanced search option that's on that main screen because there's just way too many. You see there's 901,000 plus documents out there. So we're going to do advanced search. We're going to pick a range of dates. Now, what I want to do is select, let's say October the 1st. Now, I just want to show you what's in there, so you don't have to narrow this down, but you can type in 01/1/22, like that. And the agency, now let's just leave it open. Let's see how many of these. See, right now there are 1,000. You can see at the screen up here at the top, there's 1,359 documents still. So we're going to go down here and select the document category. You have rule, proposed rule, and notice. So we'll just select that one, proposed rule, and notices. Now that didn't knock it down very much, as 1,322. So you could go through all of those, or you could narrow the date down, or you could select an agency. So let's say, let's pick an agency, like just type in veterans, and then you've got different category, different ones you can select. You got Presidential Advisory Committee, Veterans Affairs Department, Veterans Employment and Training Service. Okay, so we're going to pick Veterans Affairs. And now, how many are there? 19 documents that the VA has put up as a rule or proposed rule or notice since October 1st. So we can search those, and let's take a look at them, because some of those, if you haven't already commented on them, it would be a good idea to do that. And the regulations.gov site is a little bit different, just a little bit different. So let's search this one. And now you've got 19 documents that are VA specific, that could be something you want to comment on or not. Proposed rules, notices, all that. You can go through and actually open it up. So you've got different committees. It's Advisory Committee on Tribal and Indian Affairs, VA Acquisition Regulations, Advisory, and it tells you the date when it went active on here. And there's a bunch, 19. That's still a lot to read through. Many of those things, they can be all kinds of different things. But let's say that you change your search parameter slightly. See up here where it says, out of those 19 documents, let's see how many of those have the term gender, not transgender. Now, let me go down and see who popped up here. And anybody have a comment to say? No, not yet. Okay. All right. I get it. let's go back over here. All right, so on the Federal Register site now we've got 19 documents. And let's see if any of those documents have the word gender in them. So just type in gender. Only one document has the word gender in it. Now let's see if that word happens to be transgender, just to check it out. 0 documents at the VA since October 1st have the word transgender in them. And only one has gender. So let's just take a look at the one that has gender in it, just to see where we are. Okay. And this one just, it tells you right off the top that the gender question has been removed. So it's probably not something that we need to be dealing with at this point. But I always do kind of a multiple search and kind of narrow it down. It just makes it easier for you, and also finds things that you might be interested in doing, might be interested in looking into. Okay. So just one. Now, watch. Now, if I go in and I can actually show the advanced search again, but now I want to move it up to today, because I know nothing between the October 1st and today's date of the 19th has the word that's applicable to what we're looking for, gender or transgender, in it. So let's go back and do an advanced search. We're going to change the date to, what is today's date? The 19th. And then search. And here I'm just going to remove the word gender out of it entirely again. And there's only one document in here, one document, VA Affairs, and it didn't even pull it up really. Let me see, search, learn more, where's it at? Don't know. Anyway, refresh the page. Yep. So 0 documents with gender. Search term, there's only one document there. So, oh, it just pulls it back up. Gotcha. All right, so there's nothing that really impacts us at this point. And that tells me that the rule change that we're looking for specifically is not out there yet. Hasn't been posted to the Federal Register website for public comment. It's not there. So we're looking for it. So that's what I need everyone to do is, help us all just keep an eye on this thing. Go to federalregister.gov, do the search terms and all that, and go through and do it. And just play around in there. You'll find some things that you might want to comment on. But narrow your searches down and learn how to kind of, tailor that to do what you want it to do, because this is very, very good system the way they've got it set up so far. So now let's go take a look at one other one. Let's go take a look at the regulations.gov site. Regulations.gov. Here we go. Now, I'd already pulled this one up in terms of just putting transgender in there, but I want to remove that term altogether. Actually, I just want to start over. Let's go up here to the top and just do a search. I'm going to remove everything and start out with just regulations.gov. It's www.regulations.gov. And this is where it takes you. Now, if you're going to do a search for documents or anything like that, you can start typing in, let's just say gender, and search. Now, always check the dates on some of these, because if you're reading down through some of these things, look, posted on April 19th of 2001. This is a historical document. It's got a lot of historical items listed in here, so you have to be careful about that. So let's go with only show documents open for comment. There's 45 of those. So now you've got 45 different documents out there just in regulations.gov, without specifying which agency you're looking at or anything like that. But there are 45 active documents that have the word gender in them. And you can see that the race, gender, veteran status, that's the first one right there. Gender and other demographic information. They posted on September 19th of 2022. Let me see if there's anyone making a comment over on our portal while I'm over here. No. Hi, everyone. So let me go back to the other page again and just show you. This is in regulations.gov. And you can go in and search, do all those kind of things, notices, or you can pull up proposed rules, because that's what we're primarily looking for. Proposed rules, there's 12 of those. inclusive competition, market integrity under the Packers and Stockyards Act. Well, I went and commented on that one not because I have any knowledge whatsoever about Packers and stockyards. None. I can't even claim, having lived in Texas for 6.5 years, to know anything about it. So anyway, but I commented on it because they're including the terms gender identity and gender in that sense, and sexual orientation in the description of these things now. They're putting it in there everywhere. So I said, yay, just so my voice is heard. So it shows up in all kinds of other things. Race, gender, just check it out, because sometimes, it's important for us to have our voice heard, and you can guarantee that the people who don't want us to have our voice heard have already said something too. You can guarantee it. They're just that big of I could use a cuss word to describe them, but I won't. They believe what they believe, but it's definitely not accurate. Federal credit union bylaws, gender in that one, protection of human subjects, national organic program, advanced notice proposed rulemaking for blood lead level and medical removal. You can see they're talking about any kind of categories of identification. So just check through. There's all kinds of ways that you might want to comment, and it'll also give you some practice. So you can go to federalregister.gov, or you can go to regulations.gov and just go through and search. It's really easy to do. You can search under dockets as well. And there's rulemaking. There's 15 that are for rulemaking there. Check the dates on those. I don't see a way of actually pulling the dates out unless you do maybe a different type of search, clear the search or whatever, but check the date, because some of these things just aren't current. It's 2014, that's 2021, 2020. Just be careful looking through there, and don't get drugged down a rabbit hole chasing something that turns out to have been 10 years old. Oh, goodness. So anyway, that's really the easy part of it. So if you would, anyone watching this at a later time, please take a moment and go through and just, kind of help us watch and observe this, and let us know. Share that as soon as you find something that you think is interesting. Hey, reach out to us. You can send me an email at our office, at TAVA's office, at office@transveteran.org. And if you don't know, I'm Cassandra Williamson. I'm the executive director for TAVA. So anyway, welcome all the people who are watching, whomever is watching at this point. I'm glad you're there. It's just exciting. These are exciting days, and also kind of a little stressful too. Trying to wait for that rule change to come out. We know it's coming. We know it's out there. We know it's ready to roll, but it has not yet made it to any of the comment portals in the government system, either federalregister.gov or regulations.gov. It hasn't shown up there yet, but it's on its way. So just be ready. That's what I'm trying to do, is get everybody prepped for all of this and be ready for it. Now let's jump into the next topic. And I'm going to stop sharing just as soon as I find out where the stop share button's at. Let me go back over here, and we're going to stop share. Oh no, that's me again. So, hi everyone. I hope you kind of picked up on a few things from over there about how to access and how easy it is to use the federal regulations. Oh, there is one other thing I want to pull up. I do want to show you one more thing. I'm going to share screen, and I'm going to go back to my other one, okay? Because there is one that you can go on that's really important right now. The one I mentioned earlier. So let me go to Window, and which one? Yeah, let's go with that one. And I'm going to go over here to this one. So right now on the Federal Register, and I'll share the link in the comments. I think I can do that. Copy. But anyway, this one, the request for information, this is an RFI, but it's from the National Institutes of Health. Institutes of Health, yes. And the scientific workshop on gender-affirming care for transgender, gender-diverse populations. NIH is doing this work. They're pulling people together to be a part of a workshop. And they have to publish these things and let people know that it's there, that they're going to be doing it. So this is a pretty short document. It's a PDF that's pretty short compared to a lot of things I've read on this site. But anyway, this one's important because here's what they're doing. This summary, and I'll just read this just so everybody hears it. All right, summary. Through this request for information, the Sexual and Gender Minority Research Office, and I've been connected with Miss Parker, Dr. Parker, who is the lead of that department at NIH for about 2 years now, probably. Yeah, about 2 years, maybe longer. So, she is doing a wonderful job trying to help get the science right for the SGM population, the sexual gender minority population. That's how the NIH describes it, the sexual and gender minority, SGM. A lot of other organizations call it SOGI or SOGI, which is sexual orientation, gender identity. And then they're trying to standardize it across all the federal systems, but NIH is the only one that uses SGM, and everybody else in the federal system uses SOGI. I don't know why, but that's what they use. We'll just stick with that. So anyway, this is Planning Coordination Strategic Initiatives Office of the Director of the National Institutes of Health. And they're inviting feedback from stakeholders throughout the scientific research community, clinical practice communities, patient and family advocates, scientific or professional organizations, federal partners, internal NIH stakeholders, and other interested constituents on research opportunities related to the upcoming NIH workshop, on gender affirming care for transgender and gender diverse populations. Yes, right. Current evidence-based clinical practices are available for health professionals to assist transgender and gender diverse populations, but additional research is needed to advance this area of care. The overarching purpose of this workshop is to identify and prioritize key infrastructure and research needed to further our understanding of gender affirming care for transgender and gender diverse populations across the life course. Very important. So, various populations, and they list all those, and settings will be considered. So this is only going to be up for 1 month. So you can go in and comment on this and tell them how appreciative you are of the fact that they're doing this, or whatever you think. I can't tell you how to or what to say. I can suggest strongly that if you go in and do comment affirmatively in support of this, so we can move forward with some research that actually can dispel all this crap we hear out there, even more so than we already know. So anyway, this comment, it closes, the comment period on this particular item closes on November 18th of this year, 2022. It's only for 30 days. And just so you know, OMB, the Office of Management Budget, they can select any number of days up to 90 or 120 for comment periods, but they chose 30 for this one, which is good, which is perfectly fine. All right, so let me stop sharing with that, and I'll put that comment over in our other, over here. And let me post a comment and paste and click. And you should have that. It went across to Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, apparently. Okay, good. So, 2 people watching. I'm not sure what you have, if you've said anything or anything like that, but you can comment there, and wherever you're located on Facebook or YouTube, and chat with me about this. And if you have any questions about it, if you have any questions at all, or if you run into a challenge in getting into these systems, please send me an email at office@transveteran.org. I'll do everything in my power to help you and assist you to get you to that place where you can go in and help us watch, because we need all eyes and all hands on deck, keeping an eye on all this. Now, I do want to say that we have our president, Becky Eschler, is putting out a video, or working on a video, to talk more about the upcoming. Hey, glad you're watching. Thank you. So, we're putting out a video on it, talking about the rule change that's getting ready to hit. So anyway, just send me an email to office@transveteran.org if you have any challenges. Next thing, going back to our other topic, we had 2 main topics. I'm going to try to wrap this one up pretty quickly. People watching, wherever you may be watching from, whatever platform, and I do appreciate the person watching from LinkedIn, and Heather watching from YouTube. Thank you. So anyway, I hope that's a really good resource for you to find out how to get into federalregister.gov and regulations.gov. Now, the next thing, I really, really, really want to get together with a bunch of you in some kind of format or way to create a volunteer team of people who are keeping eyes on things around the country for us, kind of like reporters. That's the biggest goal. I want to know what's happening where you are. So I would love to be able to give every major VA facility in the nation an opportunity to be able to come on and say, hey, look, this is happening here at our facility today. Or these are the veterans who want to talk with you, or the veterans who are letting us know that something is going on in the community. It may not be VA related. It could be any provider related. Now, so we're trying to make sure that we have eyes and ears everywhere. All right. So if you want to be part of that and help us build this thing out, I'm looking for a good catchy name for the daily news show. And I haven't decided yet. I think 30 minutes might be about right because I've been talking for 25, which, oh my gosh. I'll tell you a quick story. The Tuscaloosa VA asked me about, in 2020, January of 2020, to come in and talk to them in a program that I had helped. I kept pushing for years and years for them to do, a couple of years for them to do it. They finally brought together, they were finally able to get together all the three major VA systems in Alabama to develop best practices for LGBTQ plus veterans. Okay. We had a conference on that. Directors were present, nurses, doctors, advocates, allies. They were all there. And they met for a half a day at the Tuscaloosa VA. And they asked me to come in and do the lunchtime talk. And they said, Cassandra, you only have 15 minutes. And I said, but you want the microphone back now? Gosh, that's just not going to happen. But no, I nailed it right at, I think it's probably 14 minutes, but only because Dr. Helgeman stood up and goes, and starts walking toward me. I'm going, oh, this must be it. Anyway, a lot of fun. I love it. So if you want to be part of our eyes and ears teams around the country, please send me an email at office@transveteran.org. I really want to hear from you. We want to build this out. We've got so many things that people are needing to be involved with, and you are it. We rely on all the help we can get from wherever you might be, and there's things being built all the time that need help. Stacy Lunsford, our director of VA engagement, needs help on all kinds of different projects. Come in and help us shape things. Help us define it. Help us be better at presenting it to other people. Help us talk to people better. You tell us what works best in those areas, because you're the people that we have to interact with, and you're the people we represent. So please, 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 please come in and help us out in that regard. We would really appreciate it. And I'm going to do one final big push. If every single person out there watching this right now, if you would do one thing for me, if you think that what we're doing is good, can you afford to give us $1? Just $1. Everybody watching, $1 from all of our whomever, whatever platform you're on, and all you have to do is send it to text the code word, the text TAVA to 44-321. That's TAVA to 44-321. Just $1. You can do more if you want. I mean, if you can afford to do so, but $1 at least helps people. You can start with $1, and if you get 134,000 veterans to respond, well, you've done a really big thing, and great. All right. I think that will do it for the day. And I've tried to hit 30 minutes. Recap. Go to federalregister.gov, practice in there, manipulate the search terms. Go to regulations.gov, manipulate the search terms in there, play around with it, learn how the system works, and be our eyes and ears. Second thing, if you want to help us be eyes and ears on the ground around the country, where you are, where you work, live, and play, send me an email at office@transveteran.org. And with that, big hug, Wherever you might be, just know we love and respect you, and we're here for you. Have a great day.